Good afternoon, sports fans, and happy Tuesday. I'm Darwin Patterson. The Gator softball team continues.
I am from the greatest city in the land. That city is Gainesville, Florida. Living here in Gainesville with all the national championships, Tim Tebow and Chris Leak and Joakim Noah and all those guys, I lived here through that. I watched those guys fly from the airport or fly back into the airport with the national championship, and I think that is where I got my love of sports.
You see, Steve, he thought yesterday's video was a good idea.
I liked it.
Oh, I got some people.
I am the sports director for ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM radio for WFT TV, and oversee sports in the INC. We typically, in spring and fall, have 40 to 50 to sometimes more than that students here.
So ESPN Gainesville, first you write a couple web stories throughout the day. You have a shift. Then you do about 2 to 3 radio updates recorded live. And then you move on to sports anchoring with WFT first at 5. My love for sports came from my mother and my grandmother. They know sports. They know football like no other, and that just mind-boggled me. That was just amazing to me that they're women and they're able to compete and go against men that thought they knew what they were talking about. But my mom and my grandmother surprised them.
I mean athletes playing year-round, and instead of furthering their skills, they're cutting their career short.
So I think being an African-American woman, both of those combined helps an employer, a station, a network have a better demographic that they're providing for their audience. So I can be personable as a woman, I can be emotional as a woman, but I can also relate to other ethnicities that I'm talking to, interviewing with. But I also think that it could hurt. I think it's always in the back of your mind that they could perceive me as just a talking head, just a face. That's always going to be a stereotype that we're fighting. But I just feel like I wish that they would know that it's more to that. There's more preparation that's involved. There's studying involved, prior to the game. You're in at 10 o'clock for just a 3-minute segment. And that airs at 5. So.
And it's all, what do you want to do with it? Is it going to be, game related, or are you going to have a little, fun?
I want to have a little fun. If it's a lot of fans out there that time, I'm not sure.
Now you can.
Part of the challenge we've got, I think, is taking the stigma away. Well, it's a student doing it. Well, it is true. Students are doing it, but our students do really good work. And at times, they do really good work, outstanding work.
This Friday is actually the orange and blue game, this Gator football spring game that they have annually. I intend to have a live shot. So hopefully I will either be live from right outside of it, either interacting with some fans or asking a couple questions to longtime fans that are always here.
I'm here anxious to see how the offense is going to do with the quarterback situation. Yeah. And I traveled all the way from Georgia.
If you want to know what the future of sports is going to look like, this is where you need to look, right here. Everyone here is working hard to be your next household name. If they watch, if they listen, I think that they'll see that we're on the right track to being the future of this industry.
Probably the dunk pass that Tebow did.